Hello there, intrepid explorers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Survival Fountain of Youth, Episode 18, Iron Island. Let's get the Catamaran upgraded now. I've spent enough time putzing about with side tasks. I still need to make more like obsidian tools, but this was my priority. Oh, actually, you know what? I can't, because I don't even have an axe to build that thing with. Okay. So the hammer, making a stone hammer to make an obsidian axe. And bingo, bango, bongo, I've got the better Catamaran. Now this thing upgrades yet again with 2 dried hide. So this adds added log storage and storage containers and increases the durability a little bit. 2 big branches, 2 dried hide. You know, I might as well just do it. Like, that's not that hard to obtain. Even though I don't think it's useful, like, whatever. Two big branches is pretty easy to come by. And then I still need to make my seaweed clothing, too. I haven't forgotten. So as you can see, every boat has 3 tiers. So if I made a canoe, I would reveal the next tier of it. Alright. So I'm only really making this clothing for, like, the achievement. I don't intend to wear it. It's worse than my leather. Survival points, but it is what I will say is it's nice backup clothing if like I die or something, and I need clothing to replace what I lost. So although I don't necessarily find it immediately useful, like there could be a use for it, you know, if I had to like do a corpse run. Ooh, more photographer. You know what I'm making. If I had water. Another nice thing I like about the solar distill is it, when it's finished, it has enough clean water to completely fill your hearth. 30 and 30. So filling the thing up with salt water and then just like leaving it means that like anytime you're like, oh man, my hearth is empty, you can just immediately, as long as you've had your still out and it's been sunny, you can just completely refill, which is pretty sweet. Alright, we have got... Let's also make some meat. Fine. The game's like, I need more fuel. There was 1 minute left of fuel. Okay, fair. And all of this was in prep for the new island, granted. So there isn't a ton of time left in the stream, but let's try to get out to the new island after upgrading this. So I'll add the resources, and then we just need the 2 big branches and 2 dried hide. And the dried hide at this point might be ready. No, 2 hours left. So I'll just grab the big branches. There's big branches in this island. It's like literally the next tree over. And then the dried hide should be just about ready. Now, I will say, in sort of rushing the... I wouldn't say I'm necessarily rushing the story, but not spending a lot of time exploring the other islands, Red and Windy, which aren't necessarily required to get to the harder islands. What I am missing by that is I'm missing native maps and also books. The books is a big deal because the skill books give you those unique skills that you can't unlock otherwise, like 50% chance of your ammo not taking damage, or sprint while carrying heavy items, or reduce fall damage. And some of these skills are like, meh, I couldn't care. Some of them are amazing. Like I mentioned with the being able to turn food back into seeds. So if there's a certain recipe you like, you know, if you want to plant a full thing of coffee, it's kind of hard to find 6 coffee seeds. But with that farming book, you can make 6 coffee seeds and then fill your farm up. So by skipping a lot of the islands, I am losing the opportunity to get those books and to get other items, you know, because the Spanish explorers also have things like the flasks I found and some other usefuls, and you know, you won't have access to that stuff if you never bother going out there. I just finished the mapping book, and that gives me the mapping tower recipe. So this is a pretty useful one. If you are struggling to find a high point, you can build one. Alright, that is the top tier catamaran. So this thing has a sleeping hut, so that regens a lot of energy per hour, better than my home, in fact. A protected box with 200, another box with 100, and a hearth with a pot, so you can, and a log storage, right? So this thing has like quite the trimmings. So I need to take some hibiscus tea, but then I will head out to the next set of difficult islands. Hibiscus tea because I'm a little sick. So before I go out to the new islands, there's a few things I want to do first for preparation. So I've got my knife, I got my axe, that's good. I want to refill my energy and health. And water. I'm trying to think of other things. So some more meds. So another red gum, scorpion venom. I think I'm out of bandages. Yeah, and bandages. There we go. So lots of medicine, so I can handle myself out there. Snake potion, and maybe also this calls for the Puma potion. Did I even... I never fired this up, did I? No. It's gonna make more alcohol and, like, put the reagents in and then just never finished it. So I've got the potions. Do a little sleepy sleeps. Fill up my water. I'll just drink the Tanner Bench water. Fill up my food. And I think I'm good to go. I'm going to bring some plutonium. So, current priority, head to a new island. The other things I'm going to want is 3 builder's kits and a hammer. And maybe a pick, depending on what is available on the new islands. So I'm going to bring 2 picks. And then, builder's kits were 1, 2, 3 over there. Actually, I'll bring 2 builder's kits so I can set up, docks on 2 different islands. Put another alcohol in making? Sure. I'm back to fresh booze. You might have a problem. Check in with your sponsor. But the purpose of this alcohol is so that I can start to make, you know, these potions. So I've been taking the jaguar tendons for the Puma potions, and then the snake potions require jackal fangs, and the buffalo potions require deathcap and toadstool. I haven't found deathcap yet, so that's kind of moot. But you can see why I've been taking the tendons. If you're wondering, every time I killed a jaguar, I would take the tendons. It's for that recipe. Alright. So, I have the technological way to sail to the new region. Let's go. Never made the sextant. Never got the maps. You guys didn't really vote for this, but this is sort of what it culminated to. So here we are. We are in the Puma region. And right as we get here... Oh, I forgot a tool. Oh well, whatever. Right as we get here, as you can see, there's this giant temple in the middle of the water. So let's get exploring. I'm going to take my snake potions so that my stats don't decay while I'm out here. So we have wind. I'm getting wind status. We've got a lovely living water, in case I need to heal. An eternal source of fire. I don't really need flint shards, I'm just going to leave it. Come on, bird. That's right. And then, a whole lot of indicators out in the water, right, of things. So, let's try to collect those things. For that, I need to probably go back to my boat and get the breathing bubble. But there's also electric... Oh, I also probably map. I'm pretty high point here. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to grab the quilt and pen and map out the immediate surroundings. Alright, storage. Give me this. 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 One thing I didn't fix or repair is my spears. My spears are nearly cooked. I'm probably high enough to, like, do decent mapping, but there we go. It's about as high as I can go. So we have electric rays, special objects in the temple, and a buffalo potion out in the water. So let's try to collect the story-based items that are in the water. And I definitely want to park my boats above them. The thing I forgot to bring was the harpoon. Because spears... I know it makes no sense, but spears don't work underwater. Only harpoons do. And I don't think I brought my harpoon. No, I did not. green monolith. And also there's a little bit of coral healing underwater. So these are electric eels, or not eels, rays. I want to call them eels because they're electric, but yeah, don't get close to them and hang out around them. They will shock the hell out of you. There are recipes for electric ray leather, but without my harpoon, that's not going to happen. I'm also not reading the whole monolith thing because game doesn't pause when you're in that menu, and I don't want to stick around to suffer the consequences of being here. It's 2 of the monoliths. And here's a third. I'm also going to make the executive decision to upgrade my concentration with my story point to double the radius of my concentration mode, which I think is one of my favorite bonuses because it will reveal things that you would not have otherwise found by doubling. And there's the red monolith. How hard is it to make a harpoon on the fly? A harpoon worth using against harder enemies would require boar tusks. The simple harpoons are like pretty pathetic in terms of damage, and these, without spoiling too much, these rays don't mess around. They will hurt you. They will really hurt you. So you don't want like a level 1 weapon. You want the higher tiered against them. Hell, I could even go so far as to say you should probably take copper against them. So now I have 3 different monoliths. Let's try to get our way into this temple. So here is the monolith information that we got. So green monolith is like 3 clover diamond thing. Blue monolith is a swirl. Red monolith is like an archway. Now we're trying to look for a way in this thing. One advantage of the Catamaran, besides its like durability and storage, is this is faster. It's a lot faster than the raft. The simple raft was a sluggish boat. So here's the, to answer your question more completely, the regular harpoon is a long stick. Does 2 damage per hit. The tusk-tipped does 5 damage per hit, but requires a workbench, so you can't really make it on fly. And then the copper tip does 8 damage. So 2 to 5, you can see why the tusk one is so much better. I mean, it's 2.5 times the damage. And when you're up against, when you're in underwater, when you're already disadvantaged because you don't have a lot of maneuverability, 2.5 times the damage is a big deal. Here's a massive stone deposit in the most precariously sketchy spot. Whoa. Oh, now it rains. We are inside. So there is a locked way up that requires a puzzle. And the mechanism scheme referencing 3 monoliths. a book for mapping. Nice. All right. So the red one was a archway. The green one was the clove diamond thingy, or the clover diamonds. And then the blue was the squiggly swirl. And we're done. Open sesame. Jacob Alasso's diary.
The travelers found ancient wall carvings in the underwater temple. The symbols and drawings helped them decipher the map that Chief Gaibana had given to Ponce de Leon. The commander and the geographer rejoiced. They could see how to navigate through the Bimini Belt, open the sea gate to Bimini Bay, and reach the Fountain of Youth. But they were not destined to leave this place. From the shadows of the temple, the travelers were attacked by a mysterious killer. Geographer Jacob Beliasso died here. The fate of Ponce de Leon is unknown. Perhaps the undercurrents carried away his corpse. The killer took the map and became the only person who knew the safe route to Bimini. He headed to the San Cristobal, the only place he could go from here. My God, what is he going to do with the crew?
Well, there you have it. A little bit more of the story. We have the Chronicle. And then also another piece of the natives map. Not that I used it to get here. There's also some like obsidian, which is nice because my spear is about to go boof. And dried hide. Did I miss anything? What's in here? Copper ingot. Don't have to smelt it. It's kind of nice. Gotta say, the copper ingots on the ground look like turds. Yeah. So there we go. Lovely little temple here. My swimming and mapping looking pretty good. I think I'm going to read this other mapping book. Can map at night and in any weather conditions. So that was a book found on the, what is he, the Navigator or whatever his name is? So you can see why I got such a good book off of him. And with the very little time I have remaining, I would like to get out to one of the islands here and put a dock down. So a little reminder, this was originally going to be the September miniseries marathon game, but I swapped it for Frostpunk 2 under the conditions that I stream this at least 3 times, and this is the 3rd stream, and I don't know if there's... I don't feel like there's the enough people that want like a 4th one, you know, given the opportunity of the cost of like covering something else. But at the very least, putting a dock down allows me to return to this without too much trouble. And possibly poking around the new island too. So, looks like a volcanic one. Location unlocked, Iron Island. It has iron, coal, stone, and very importantly, ironwood. So, new resources. Also, in terms of animals, agati, bats, boars, dorados, goats, jackals, pumas, rays, scorpions, snakes. Oh, yes. Oh my. So I came up on What I can say about this island is there's not, like, a ton of spots that are conducive to docks. So it might take me a minute to try to figure out where to put a dock down on this thing. Switch the hood. So, hammer and 3 kits. I'm already wet, so it doesn't really matter if I get more wet. It takes a very long time to dry off unless you're next to a active fire. Oh, wow. I can surprise... Ideally, you want a dock that you can park your boat at, that, like, you don't have to be in the water. I think that here will work. So, cool. Oh, yeah. There we go. Done. Survival point obtained, and that's because one of my survival tasks was to put a dock on Iron Island. Copper Island's there, Iron Island's there, and then there's Sulfur Island, which... I bet you can guess what's on Sulfur Island. Give you a hint, it's not phosphorus. Not potassium. It's not nitrogen or nitrates. It's a little stinky. And kind of toxic. Oh, I put that backwards. Herp derp. Let's fix that. Is it plutonium? Yes, yes, absolutely. It's enriched plutonium. Okay, we're docked. One of the advantages of the extra mapping book is now I don't have to care if it's nighttime for mapping. So I'm going to take a feather and ink. And also, maybe the spare spear. Just given the threats that I found. Guano Island? Like we're, Tuvalu? Well, actually, what is the Guano Island? Oh, that's pine. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to find. So this is an ironwood tree, where you can get ironwood. And the ironwood branches are required to make the improved builder toolkits, to make your house look real nice. It's also a requirement for the upgraded forge and an iron saw. I'm gonna put some of this away before I go deeper into the onto the island, because ironwood weighs a bunch. Pretty cool island, though. And you can see why I really like the concentration radius. The range is incredible. So I can see there's like jackals over there, and there's a potion over here. Living water. I'm gonna take a Puma potion. Oh, there's a cart up in the mountain. I could see that from here. My snake potion's about to wear off, though. Hey, jackals. I have an infinite stamina. What you gonna do about that, huh? I can get ready to fight without ever getting tired. Yep. Sad noises, indeed. There's a potion up on the top of this little hilly hill. Let's get up there. Grab it. Whoop. Oh god. Am I stuck? I could probably Billy Goat out of this. If I am stuck, I mentioned this before, but you get one free unstuck per location, and then it counts as a feint. And depending on your game's difficulty, you have a certain amount of feints that you can have before you, like, permanently lose. So it is possible, depending on your difficulty, to, like, completely lose the game and to lose your save, which is pretty crazy for a game like this. But, you know, that's part of the challenge, I suppose. Oh, you know, I don't have map. I'm not really high up, but let's map here. So jackals, dragon fruit, iron branch, wide leaf. Cool. And I did get that Puma potion. So there's another place to kind of dock. The game kind of aims you here because there's a perpetual source of light out there. One of the advantages here is it's covered. So if you put like a bed here, you can sleep without rain. Or TP or whatever. These guys don't realize I'm hopped up on energy drink. They have no chance. And without spoiling too much, this island is the island that you find, or one of the islands that you find iron on. You can imagine it's in the mountains. I don't think it requires a brain rocket surgeon scientist to figure that one out. We do have a Puma over here. I wonder if I can hit it from here. Probably not, right? Oh, get owned! All my days of playing Rust pays off. This thing is murdering me. But it's down. Ooh, 2 tendons. And let's take the coral powder for the regen. The good stuff. One of the new animals that we have not yet encountered is a Gotti, and they're up ahead. So I'm going to try to hunt one, but they're not predators, so they're going to run. So, oh, these are actually goats, not a Gotti. But there's both goats and a Gotti. Also, lava bat. If you needed me to tell you that, well, I'm just surprised, but yeah, lava bat. Lava ouchie. Oh, there's another apex predator yonder. You want to fight? Oh god, yeah, you do. I'm gonna take a living water because I don't want it to kill me. Down it goes. A goody? Alright. Well, swiggity swooty, I'm coming for the agouti. I did get the goat. I just didn't loot it. So goats got tendons. This one doesn't have goat leather. Sometimes you can get goat leather off of them. I think the agouti over here. So yeah, the living water is like a get out of jail free card. Really nice, because that jaguar cougar was like rightly messing me up. I like how the other one, the friend, is like freaking out, and the one I'm shooting at like didn't even notice. So blueprint unlocked. Roasted. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I'm gonna drop it. I just wanted to collect one to show. I kind of wanted to get goat leather before ending the stream, but it just hasn't worked out in my favor. And here is, I think, the, like, whatever the ancient, like, Aztec game where, like, they fought to the death. I feel like this is, like, one of their arenas, because there's, like, human bones everywhere. Maybe it was just, like, an animal hunting pit, or I don't know. Oh, I hear you. Oh, I see you. Don't run. Oh, missed. I'm hopped up on Puma potion. I'm a persistence hunter. You can't survive. Unless I get dizzy and fall over. What? Still no leathers? But yeah, these islands have a lot of stuff in them. A lot of secrets, hidey holes for loot, like this obsidian knife blade that I just found. So it's, even if you aren't necessarily chasing after the things that are like highlighted, it's definitely in your best interest to poke around a lot, because you never know what you're gonna find. Come on, give me the just one goat leather, please. They drop leather, right? I'm not just like foolishly exterminating all the goats on this island. Oh shoot. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought they dropped something unique, but perhaps I'm mistaken. So I'll stop murdering them. We have a recipe. Native diving mask blueprint. So this bad boy quadruples your breathing, but it requires ray leather. So you gotta kill a ray, one of those electric rays, before you can make that thing. But it's pretty nice. Quadrupled breathing is pretty handy. Well, friends, I am gonna head back to the boat because I think this is where I'm gonna leave off. They do drop hides, but it's rather rare. Okay, that's what I thought. Get over here. Give me your rare hide. There we go. Goat hide. And this makes a bunk made of skins. But I think I would need more dead goat to complete it. But there's a bunch of different types of, like, better beds, so that's one of them. A buffalo potion? Sweet. Back to the boat. If I had more time, I'd go into the volcano and grab my first piece of iron, because the next, a bunch of the next upgrade paths required iron for the workbench and the tanner and all that stuff. But nay, I am out of time. Ouch. And I'm also double burned. Luckily, I can just rub some tobacco on it and I'm healed. It's also worth mentioning this island is full of things that burn you, so when you come here, bring tobacco compresses, because you're gonna get hurt. It's a pretty cool island, though. It's like natives Pompeii, right? These were all like buildings that had obviously been volcanically leveled. Ow. Can this game be voted in my polls? I don't think anyone proposed it for October and So what I could, for my polls, the top choice was actually Rad's choice, or like a game of my choosing. So I could offer this up as a game of my choosing for next week. I could agree to that. But this is where I am going to leave off. Thank you for tuning in to Survival Fountain of Youth, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 1st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow explorers.